So hey guys, I was just walking down the street back to the place, or back to my buddy's place, and I just came across this worn out sign. But you gotta check this out. So this is a sign warning against cheat-on, or I believe that's gropers. I think that's what it is. Gropers. It's some kind of it has to do with some kind of like perverted thing, but I can't remember if it's either just strictly perverts or gropers. So there's the little girl walking home with like the nasty hands. I can't really make out what it's saying. Something about a person meet data. Not really sure. Something Bon. So I think it's saying look out for them, basically. Japan. Hopefully my future home country. Hey, what up, YouTube? It is Major G doing another Day Off Daily. But the unusual thing about this one is that it's not actually on a day off. I actually had a day off a couple days ago, and I was kind of busy during that time, so I wasn't able to record this like I wanted to. I feel like I'm getting a little sick or something. Hopefully, that's not the case. So I actually did happen to get one of those interviews that I for a position or an interview for one of those positions I had been hoping for, which is and I hope I did pretty well on that. Um, and that'll definitely net me some extra cash so that I can start saving up for later this year and next year. Um, I think the biggest thing that I wanted to mention was the that oh yes, last weekend, Collider Video did their did like a free for all movie trivia schmodown, and a lot of the people in the Arizona, in or not Arizona, but a few people who are in Arizona had an event, but it was in Tucson. And I really wanted to go, but I couldn't. Not only not because it was just partly a lot of large part of it was because it was just bad timing. I had to work that day, and Tucson's like a 6 hour drive from here. Um, and by the time I would have gotten out of work, I would and gotten on the road, it would have been, or I would have been, I would have been late getting there. So it really was just bad timing. Um, Not to mention that it turned out that I didn't have any money to actually spend the night there because that's what I would have had to do. Um, because I didn't want to go there and then turn around and immediately drive back because that'd be harsh on me for and driving out on these Arizona roads outside of like the cities is just hard because it gets dark. And for me, when I'm driving, I'm almost like one of those birds where you just like uh, drop like a blanket over the cage and the bird falls asleep. These roads have that kind of effect on me, where like when it starts getting really dark and I have to drive a really long way in the middle of nowhere, where there's no lights, I start getting really tired. Um, almost like no matter how much sleep I get. I remember when I tried to do Akasan's thing. What was that, last year? No, 2 years ago. That was two. Wow, that was 2 years ago. Um, Back when I tried to meet up with Akasan in LA like a couple years ago, I got up at like, I want to say like 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning, and started to drive, and I got like a full night's sleep, and I still was falling asleep on the road because it gets super freaking dark out here. I think I was only able to go like maybe, I think maybe like 2 hours, maybe like 2.5 hours before I just started getting so tired that I was starting to fall asleep at the wheel, and I had to pull off like right behind a tractor trailer and just go to sleep, and until the sun came up, and that wasn't really any fun. But once the sun came up, I was totally fine. Um, so yeah, I mean that's a weird thing, and the funny thing is that like I love driving in cities. Cities are, I love it. I really do because of the lights and all that. I used to be, back when I was a taxi driver, um, I used to be able to work up until about 1:30, 2 o'clock in the morning, especially on weekend nights because that's when it was the most fun. And it was it was an urban slash suburban area, so there were lights around, so I didn't really get all that tired. So, yeah. Um, what else is going on? I think I'm finally closing in on beating Attack on Titan, the first one. I've maxed out 3 characters already. That's Levi, Hanji, and Aaron. I'll probably also max out Mikasa at some point soon. Um, and Sasha. I think Sasha's the next one I'm going to max out, and then soon after that will be Mikasa. Um, Characters like Krista and Armin are probably going to be a bit more difficult because they're just really not that strong. So it's kind of difficult to to kill Titans. Like I think, I mean, naturally, of course, by far the easiest person to kill Titans with is Levi. A close second would be Mikasa, and then um, Aaron. Uh, Aaron can be tricky, but when you can turn into a Titan, it makes it a lot easier. So yeah, I do like the different gameplay with the different characters like that. Irwin isn't too bad. Irwin's not too far behind. I would probably say Irwin's right behind Aaron. But or no, Irwin is better with the 3D gear, and but Aaron, I would say they're probably tied because of Aaron's Titan ability. So when you can turn into a Titan with Aaron, um, it just levels the playing field. All of a sudden, it just becomes super easy to take on anything. Um, so yeah, so at that point, that's when I'll probably open. I haven't even opened Attack on Titan 2 yet, and I still need to go back to training in Dragon Ball Z because I haven't done that in a while. It's been probably a couple weeks. Um, oh yeah, I finished. I finally finished paying off for my hard drive. Um, so problem is, it wasn't. They didn't have it at the location um, when I went to pick it up because the so the place I went to has a like lab in Phoenix. Naturally, everything, and I've said this before, like everything important in Arizona is in Phoenix. Um, and so they sent it to their lab, and I guess the lab was waiting for me to pay the amount, finish my payments until they would send it up. So so I went to the local location and they didn't have it because I had literally just paid it like that day. Um, and so it didn't get in until last Friday. But I don't have any money to go down to Flagstaff, so I can't pick it up until probably next week. Um, That'll probably be next Friday, actually. Not this Friday coming up, but the Friday after. Um, so I'm looking forward to get my hard drive back. I'm supposed to have like 60% of the shows that I had on there, or 60% of like the shows, movies, anime, and cartoons that I had on there, because the hard drive was full, and that was like a 5 terabyte hard drive. Um, and um, yeah, so I'm looking forward to getting that hard drive back for the most part. Um, and that way I'll have access to my full media capability. I don't know. Maybe that is the way to put it. What else is going on? Yeah, life is still slow out here. Especially when you don't have any money. So I think, yeah, I can't wait for. Oh yeah, that's right. I can't wait for. I'm looking forward to Avengers when that comes out in. Oh shoot, that's gonna be next Friday. No wait. Oh yeah, I can do that. That's cool. Okay, so next Friday is when Avengers comes out, and I'll probably be heading out to Flagstaff with my friends on that day. Oh yeah, that's right because that's probably when I'll have my day. I'll have that. I should have that evening available. And that'll be great if I do, so I can go to Flagstaff and see Avengers the opening weekend. It's been a while since I've seen anything opening weekend, and it would be great if I could see the new Avengers on opening weekend. Um, let's see. Just did taxes. Hopefully after this set of after these, I've had to pay for student loans, um, because I went to online school. Uh, some years back. I don't even want to think of how many years ago that was. I went to online school and I owed like 1,700 in student loans, and I just haven't gotten around to paying them back. But the IRS took care of that and automatically uh, delegated some of my tax returns to paying them off. So this should be the last time I'll have to pay anything on that, and I should be pretty much done with owing anything after this, which would be nice, and I can build credit. Not that it's going to matter because I probably won't be here after next year. So let's see. Anything else I can think of? That's pretty much it at this point. Um, yeah, I'm really mostly just kind of looking forward to the next payday and for the Avengers. Avengers is coming out next week. Get hype. Get hype. Get hype. Um, I do have that 1 star review video up right now. I do have a lot of. Hopefully, by the time this goes up, all those or most of those should either be publicized or scheduled to be publicized. But I do have a few videos up. I just need to publicize them, including my 1 star review video for the for Grand Canyon. So that's. I'm sorry, it is a little long. I didn't mean for it to be that long, and it was just that some of the stuff the people were complaining about was just so ridiculous that it had to be addressed. And they were just mostly absolutely wrong. Um and yeah, uh, uh if I should break it up into 2 parts, let me know. And I'll be glad to, break it up into 2 parts. Um but yeah, I tried to make it entertaining. I want to make some more videos that are a little more entertaining. Um, but yeah, so once again, thanks for following me. Thanks for following the channel. Let's get up to 1,000. I did already watch the newest Death Battle, because I'm not very familiar with either Crash or Spyro. I didn't have a PlayStation when it first came out. My first PlayStation was a PS2, so that mostly skipped all of the Crash and Spyro stuff. Um, so yeah. Um, so in case you guys are waiting for that. So yeah, I can't think of anything else at this time. But yeah, so once again, you guys, be excellent to one another and party on, dudes. You guys have a great day on this day off.
Yo, that music. Chills.